Alright, hey y'all, it's Pizza Hulk. We're here in How to Survive 2. Yeah, no changes to the outfit, so I guess this wasn't quite as neat. It's the first time I did it and I had my new gear and everything on. Alright, well, so I had run into an issue in a mission I was doing, I guess yesterday. And the issue was that I didn't do it right. There was these killer pigs. They're definitely killers because they killed me. And unbeknownst to me, I wasn't supposed to kill the pigs. I kind of figured it out about partially through the mission. I'm not exactly sure how that's gonna work out, but anyway, okay, let's start with positives. Positively, I had some good instincts. I realized early on, I should probably explore the map, right? Go ahead and do that. And as you can see, I've got a large portion of it found already. I don't think I have all of it, but I definitely have most of it. And yeah, so a lot of exploring, and I thought, why don't I do this now before I get leveled up too high and it's just full of like really bad guys everywhere. So harder zombies. I've already got the big guys running around on the map. I'm level 5. And yeah, so after the conclusion of that horrible well, no, so I did some exploring. That was correct, right? I realized that I could farm earlier missions, and that they'd be a good source of materials and experience. And you could do them even lower or higher, depending on how you wanted to do it. And I started off doing them, when I first was doing the first couple missions, doing a level above. And now going back, I'd probably do it somewhat below. Now I've learned that you can do 5 above and 5 below. That's great. So you can modify the amount of experience that you're getting on these missions right off the bat. And if you don't want to go in at, if you want to go back and do a mission where you're at level 10 and you want to do it at level 5, well, and you have an easier time, you can do that and still get the materials, still get experience, from doing the mission. So in that aspect, again, my instincts weren't too far off. As far as like building up the base, yeah, this is where a big major mistake is occurred. Now, lots of people do build in here. This isn't like a completely indefensible place, but it's not really a good place to have a base. There's just plenty of entrances. I'd have to spend up a lot of material getting rid of all the access points to this base. So where you at, big boy? So yeah, so I mean, I've got all the, these points. Well, I'm probably gonna start over. All right, so yeah, the biggest recommendation I saw that, again, I'm glad I kind of figured out, not necessarily as quickly as I would have or should have, but basically right off the bat, you want to spend your time out here exploring as much as possible. Get the whole map if you can, right? And you should be able to, because the zombies should be pretty low level. it won't take too much to get rid of them. And at level 5, honestly, it's not that bad either. You can get out here, and then again, you can gather up all the sticks and logs and medicinal herbs, and hopefully some of those amazing blackberries. Oh, you jerk! Wait, that's supposed to be a medicinal herb. Oh, he has a chocolate bar. Whoops. That makes more sense. And so, yeah, anyway, you can see at level 5, I'm not having any issues either. So, you know, but basically, yeah, with level 1, level 2, I should have just spent the entire time, you know, really just exploring the map. Oh, shit, one of these killed me before. I keep doing that. Nope. Got him. I was gonna say, I can't eat that. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, killer zombie deer weren't a thing at level 2. They are a thing at level 5. Anyway, yeah, so I've got all these accesses to this area. I've got tons of zombies around. And I would have to I'd have to spread my camp out kind of weird. And I'd also have to really just pour a ton of resources into defenses that I'm probably just going to have to keep repairing over and over and over again. But I thought, okay, well, I don't really know this game. I'm sure most people build here unknowingly. I'll just be one of those and start to learn some basics of the game, which is, you know, basically what I've done. So I'm not. Oh, this is on the crossbow. Well, the crossbow. Yeah, I'm about done with this crossbow. It's really cool. I like the fact that it definitely goes through multiple enemies, but those 2 kills are really nice, but they don't happen too often so far. And again, it's nice to get that one-shot kill, especially on these big guys. Because they do cause a fair amount of damage when they hit you or explode next to you. But again, I think from what I've read and seen and heard and watched, the bow is for me going to be for me personally is going to be the better way to go. Yeah. Then as far as like the missions are concerned, I will say this: I was concerned because right away, one of the very first things I had to do was look something up, right? And that makes me nuts in a video game. Like when mission 1 and 2. There we go, got one. On mission 1 and 2, already looking stuff up. Tends not to bode well for me, I don't think, personally. seems like things, you know. You know, I don't know if you have to major hit this guy every time, or just hit him with the old pitch. What's up, buddy? You don't need any hang around. And anyway, so basically you just end up doing what I'm doing here. Just go around, try to kill as many of these assholes as you can. You come in. Oh, I gotta fix the lock. As I say, it's like I'm at. Oh, big boys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, let's run. Oh, son of a bitch. Why can't I run? And why do I mean, the minute. Where'd that other one go? There he is. Yeah, that was not a good situation. But this is also a good example to show you that, yeah, I've already made it more difficult on myself, you know, than needs to be. Why? Well, oh, there's another big guy up there. Yikes. You can't aim up. The other thing about the crossbow is that I keep losing bolts because you shoot through your targets. And for whatever reason, I don't always remember or pick up my bolts, but I was doing a great job getting my arrows back. So I think I got the peas, right? That's really all I wanted. Soda, maybe. Chocolate. I just don't think there's a way for me to take those guys out in any kind of safe manner. Right. So he's gonna blow up on me. Well, I guess you can aim upstairs if you're actually on the stairs. But you can also run around the map. Like I said, you can gather up all these materials and you can hit these places over and over again too. As well as redoing machines. So I was going to say, I should be able to jump that. But yeah, as far as where I should have set up, there's no real way to... There is an area of the map that has basically just one entrance. I know I can kind of fast travel over there. Just do that. Oh, weapon. I blame you. Those rabbits are a good source of food. So I was building this little gate, and I was like, maybe if I just, you know, completely close this area off, it'll keep the, because they keep attacking this, because this is my highest level building. It's only like a level 4 though, but I keep getting a big boy coming in here. And so I was building these and realized it's like rope. It was when I realized I could go back and do the missions over at a lower level, and I could farm material. Apparently, just the first couple missions have a ton of stuff that you need. that you can get stuff over and over again and farm that experience and build up a fair amount of points, I would think, without having to level up too high. And then maybe you can do a big level up. This guy left. Anyway, yeah, I was gonna fast travel. I keep getting sidetracked. I want to play this game. It's just, you know, I basically I've come to the conclusion that I probably should start over. All right, actually now I can show you. So this area right in here, right, is where you can build a base that only has one entrance, and that seems to be the spot where a lot of people do their base building. It's also a good place to put the pylon in, which is something I've recently learned about. And that's going to bring on zombie horde wave missions, right? And once you get those, you get a lot of experience. I think unique weapons too, possibly, and, you know, advance the game. And Kovacs missions. So, like I said, where the little arrow is like in here, you can kind of tell too. See how this is all, you can see it. This is all blocked off, right? And then you kind of can see an entrance right here. And so what I've seen is people build up some pretty nice bases. There's a lot of space in there, right? Their complaint is that there's really only one. I think everybody was going to this one to fast travel and use as the bunker entrance. So there's not really a bunker entrance accessible in what would be your base, unlike where I'm at now, or of course it's right there. But not only did I find out this is a good place to build with one entrance and a lot of space, but down here at the bottom, there's I was following the edge of the map. There is one, and if you come down here to where the voodoo guy is, right behind his house is a little space that you can climb up and walk a little ledge, and you fall into this little open area that's surrounded by train cars. And apparently that's another place you can build where zombies can't get in at all. So I would, of course, rather have my base in a place that's defensible. I'm going to want to redo that. So I think I'll go for this one. Now I was looking at videos. Of course, some of these videos are 5-6 years old. I don't know what improvements or anything at all has come along since then, but maybe nothing, you know. But I do know that this is probably where I'm going to go, right in here. Like I said, it's got one entrance, it's got a ton of space, and even though it's not close to, it doesn't have a bunker, like you got to leave the base to get to the bunker, it didn't look too difficult. And it actually looked like you could kind of set some traps up, at least in that area too, if you wanted to. But yeah, where I'm at now is just a terrible place for a base. Don't build right next to the beginning spot at all. It's just not a good idea. Actually, I want to run down here. So yeah, and I'm wondering it. No, here it is, right? Little ledge. Yep. You get up here. Let's see. I think I got to climb some more. Yep. Boom. And from what, and I got, now again, this was an older video, but from what I gathered, bad guys can't get in here. Now, I don't know if there's enough room to put everything that you can build. Well, I guess structure-wise, maybe. In here. Uh, but you can leave. You see how he's out there? But I don't think you can get back in this way. Yeah, and that's gonna be what makes this place good. So I guess there's a good demonstration right there. I don't even know. I'm really gathering. I'm gonna restart. But yeah, so I don't know if basically the advice was for this one, this spot, was take all your points and immediately level up to 10. And drop your pylon in here. And use that to gain experience. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm quite that. That guy was like a level 50 something, covered in alien gear that I didn't even know was a thing. I mean, like, Anyway. But yeah, you can get out, but they can't get in. And you can't get back in the way either, so I guess that would work. I'm not sure how you end up killing your the horde. Maybe you just don't have to. Maybe it's a timed thing. I bet it's probably a timed thing. Or maybe you can set up some I saw some pretty neat looking, lots of spikes, like some kind of thing called a grinder. That looked pretty neat. But you really wouldn't have to spend a lot on your base either, which I think is interesting. You could focus more on using your experience points to level up your actual skills, which I'm just starting to get going. I did see almost everyone recommended focusing on your food and water first, right? Which seemed like a pretty smart thing to me. Apparently you're going to want sprint up to to survive, and then again the basic consensus was pick a weapon, pick one to start with and focus on that. And it seems like archery really is the way to go, because again you can't pick up bullets that you shoot, but I can always get my arrows back, right? So yeah. So if I stayed here, I mean, I would imagine I could, start to fence this off, build something here. The biggest issue, I think, are going to be zombies being able to. Can they drop in? Oh, I thought maybe they could drop in from back here. Maybe they can, I can't. It doesn't seem like it would work. I thought this was. I guess they do have to follow the trail. Anyway, I'd end up needing to have to block all of this off because they love this little dry. Whoop! Forgot which weapon I have. Duh. Along this area as well. Get out of here. And again, I could use some of these trees, but it's just it wouldn't be impossible, I suppose. But I feel like I would be repairing quite a bit. And I would have to set up basically like a grinder on this side, right? And a grinder type situation on that side for sure. And probably spend most of my time repairing my defenses over here. It just doesn't make... This isn't a good place for a base. It's just not a good place for a base. Which I was pretty sure when I built it. I just wanted I'm like, I want to get into the game and start learning the mechanics. And the good thing is, it did teach me some things. I do want to go back to a point I started to make at the beginning, and that is having to look something up right away. Anytime that I have to look something up right away in a video game, it puts me on alert right away, especially if it's like mission number one. Because you start feeling like, okay, how many times am I going to have to go to Steam, Wiki, Reddit, whatever you use. I like Steam because it usually answers the question the fastest, with a slight bit of humor sometimes. I like Reddit because it can take a minute to get the good answer, but it's gonna give you a ton of shit laughs. So, you know, you use what you want. Delicious rabbits. So yeah. As far as the missions are concerned, so let me continue with that. So the first thing I needed to do was find a machete because I looked quote unquote everywhere, and then again the Steam answers were mildly humorous. The Reddit answers were hilarious. But right back here, I ran around this bunker, right? And I found this little room back here, which was obvious. You can see into it. You can see that there's stuff back here. This stuff repeats. There's usually a water bottle in here somewhere. And parts that just pop back up. But what I didn't realize is that there were rooms back here. And there's always a machete in here. It's either here or on this shelf. Also, I'm assuming an infinite supply of 8mm bullets, which is fine for your starting gun, but I'm assuming you want to get to a higher caliber, different type of weapons as soon as possible. But yeah, I ran in and I was like, I ran past these probably just enough not to get this clip, where I could see him. It was like, yeah, I don't think anything's there. And started doing missions, and then I was like, how do I get a bow? How do I where they're offering me this machete to build stuff right away, and I can't find it. It's right here in the bunker. One of the first things you can get. So you can get parts here, nails here, rods here. You can get all kinds of crap here. So this is a nice, especially at the beginning, to get a bunch of garbage that you might need later. Your storage is, I was correct, the most important thing to protect in your base. So I guess this actually isn't in too terrible a place. Again, I mean, think about the fence I would have to build here, maybe angle it here, and then bring something across here. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Man, I'm overweight because I'm full of garbage. I'm trying to decide whether I want to keep playing. Oh, and I found this too. And I might just do it. Everything that I don't have equipped, right? Which is great. You can see I'm down to 19 pounds. Fantastic. The only issue being that I lost all my medicine and food, I believe. So you are going to have to go... Oh, that's how many you leave behind? Yes. So this should give me all 7, right? Okay. What's this even do? For hitting harder and carrying heavier loads. Oh, yeah, I want that. Stamina. And then, of course, the food. And again, I don't really hate dropping all this stuff either, because I'm not going to... Yeah. I don't need 16 chocolate bars, do I? What did I do? Where did it go? Oh, I'm not on food. You would think it would just automatically switch. Oh. And we're up to 35 pounds. And I think that's really all I need. I got all my weapons and everything else I need. I was gonna say there's somebody in here beating up, and this is what I'm talking about already. Like, I can't even draw them away, you know. So I really need to keep these big boys out of here, because you do that, and then of course you gotta immediately. Oh, he didn't even cause any damage. I didn't think he was making any noise. Like he was hitting stuff. But even at level 5, I got the big guys wandering into my camp, causing issues. I don't want that at all. I don't want that at all. So I want to get set up, and even though I know it'll probably be a minute, I could still at least fence off the entrance, I suppose, somewhat, and make it a little more difficult. But this isn't going to do nothing. Also, I don't think you get a warning when they attack your fences. So, not until you actually get in and get to your buildings. So, I don't know if I need to do this level up quick thing. I don't know how I feel about that. It would be nice to have a base where I didn't have to build up. Let's get back in the bunker. Or not. Sometimes I can get this guy to chase me if I get in here soon enough. There we go. But yeah, it's just going to be a constant barrage of big guys if I don't do something about this soon. I can't say I'm overly looking forward to starting over again. But it will certainly be easier, I suppose, in some aspects. I know what I'm doing. I know how to geek up some experience. I know how to where stuff is. So in that aspect, at least first, however many missions will be fine. I can get myself back to that mission where the stupid pigs are. Reminds me. Keep whatever you use to find stupid crap that they should be obvious in a video game and isn't. Keep that handy on your phone or whatever you use. You're going to need to look some stuff up. What else? I needed to look up a machete, where to find a saw, the pigs. The pigs is dumb. It's just, I don't know if I even want to go back and do it, honestly. But you got to get these pigs to chase you into this barn and trap them. They're all over the map. They've got zombies with them. They're pretty fast. So I assume you're going to want to go in with like stamina boost. One of these things speeds up or actually speeds you up. Sodas maybe? Yeah. Recovery speed, stamina. Maybe chocolate bars. Recovery speed, stamina. Okay, well, anyway. Yeah, you're going to want to go in with a decent amount of those so you can get away from all those piggies. And they cause a ton of damage. They will kill you very quickly. So, yep. So lessons that I've learned. First of all, don't build here. Nothing. Don't build anything here. Second of all, I want to explore the map, the entire map, as much as possible anyway, at least down to the two areas where I want to get a possible base built. I can just do it here. Oh, no, I can't. Do it right here, though. And again, so basically, where from my starting point out, I want to head left. Hopefully I can find this little spot again. It's kind of interesting. It's not hard to find because you end up walking all around it. So it's actually kind of shaded still on my map with like fog of war, whatever you call it. Can I zoom in on this? No. Or the basically bottom left corner area down here in this map. Like I said, this one kind of intrigues me just in the idea that I wouldn't have to build any defenses, I don't think. But this one looked like a cool place to actually set up a neat looking camp, which is always something, an aesthetic in any kind of building game is something that I appreciate and support for sure. But yeah, I think for now though I'm gonna say sadly, because I mean I put some hours in this game, and one of these videos is like 5 hours long or something ridiculous like that. But yeah, this isn't gonna work. I'm not gonna take all that stuff apart. I'm not gonna move it. I'm not gonna, you know, I could, I guess, keep my level and all that. Just go out here, and I think you can just destroy all this stuff. Yeah. I don't think you get any materials back for it though. So I'd rather just start over, call it a wash. Do a lot of leveling, or do a lot of experience gathering, and level up as many of these skills as I can, and then get up to 5. And start working on some other things. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Really? Yeah, the pitchfork's not great for melee. But it kills big guys and other things dead. Those pigs, it was just rocking them. I was like, yes, this pitchfork is killing these stupid pigs. I'm safe. The whole time I'm supposed to be having them chase me around. Jesus. Anyway. Alright, so yeah, Pizza did it wrong. I'm not surprised. I kind of knew this probably is a trap. It's a trap! Yeah. Lots of people probably build here because you'd think you would. You'd want to be close. I didn't even know there were other entrances to the bunkers for me to get into, so in that aspect as well, yeah. So again, I would highly recommend you pour some little research into playing this game before you play it. Have your wiki or your Steam or whatever you keep beside you ready to go. You're going to have some questions that need to be answered. In fact, I wonder if I can just do... nope. I was looking for a barn, Raymond, the saw. These are just some of the ones that popped up from the past searches. So be prepared to look for some things. I think I needed to find out something about rope at some point too. You're gonna have to have some answers. And then again, like I didn't know going into that mission, it said you have to gather animals into the barn. Well, I was like, it can't be these killer pigs that are trying to murder me and successfully murdering me. That can't be right. No, that's right. So, I'm gonna call this a game and a video. I might keep this saved and come back here just to kind of goof around sometimes. But overall, yeah, no, this isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. And I'd rather take a different approach and put my points in other places and focus on some other things. So look for the redo coming out probably in the next few minutes. I'll do another video. At least get started and get this going again. Yeah, but in the meantime, if you happen to catch this, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And if you see this at a later date or time, thanks for watching. Hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you again. I love this game. I'm having fun with it. I'm going to keep playing. And from what I saw of the gear and the fighting and the base building that I saw later on, it looks pretty amazing. So, kind of looking forward to it. I might even try to set up 2 bases. All right. Well, thanks for joining. Hope you had a good day. Y'all be good to each other.